Hey everybody, your local severe weather spot here in Omaha, Nebraska. Brian the WeatherKat Irwin. Right now it is about 6:30 in the morning on Thursday, December 27th of 2018. I'm going to be doing a weather synopsis here in a little bit. I want to let you know that in January coming up, we're supposed to be having warmer to normal temperatures, mostly warmer, with about average precipitation, which should be snow, of course. And then into February, we may have a dry spell in February. We had here in Omaha, Nebraska, a stretch of 40s and 50s for highs, Fahrenheit. I don't know if some people in other areas of the world will be watching this, so I just said Fahrenheit, just make sure that they knew for sure. We should be having today a chance for light thunderstorms, nothing severe, into the evening hours, mostly just rain. Hardly any thunder or lightning, if there is any. It's mostly going to be rain. But there's a possibility of light snowfall late tonight into tomorrow morning, which is Friday, December 28th. And with the rain in eastern Nebraska and parts of Iowa, we should be getting 1 to 3 inches of rain. And also in parts of northern to central Nebraska had rain at one point, but now they are being pummeled by snow. There are some places that were forecasted to be over 2 feet of snow. And in the southern United States, there's a marginal risk of, in the extreme southeast Texas and west central and southwest Alabama, for a severe weather, which includes severe damaging winds possible. According to the Storm Prediction Center, there's supposed to be sporadic severe wind gusts in the whole area of the southern United States, from Texas, from southeast Texas all the way into Alabama. There is also a possibility of tornadoes in Louisiana and parts of Mississippi. There is a slight risk of severe weather in central and southern Louisiana to southern Mississippi. Like I said, there's a chance for severe wind gusts, damaging winds. According to the Storm Prediction Center, there is also a possibility of a tornado or two down there in that area. I'll try to keep you updated if anything goes severe here in Omaha, which it most likely won't. With all the rain yesterday and today, there have been some localized flooding, nothing too much. Basements probably got flooded in different areas that didn't have good foundation, or that their foundation is settling a lot. And there have been some puddling. Well, I call it puddling, and some others in weather community call it puddling, but it's more of a slight flooding of rain where it's quite a bit of rain, water's there, like at the bottom of a hill, between hills. Also, in main intersections that are at the bottom of a hill. And it's because of the fact that it was not able to drain fast enough with all the rain that had fallen at that time. Last night on my way home from a friend's house, about maybe 10:30, 10:45, I had pulled over once because of the fact that it was raining so hard that I could barely see in front of me, even with my windshield wipers going full blast. And when you do see where you can't see the road, or you can't see the center lines on the road, and you can see where it's enough water that you can't see the road, then the best thing to do is turn around, don't drown. You don't want to flood your engine, you don't want to flood your transmission. And transmissions on the vehicles, there's a little piece that lets it vent. And when you drive through deeper waters or deeper puddling of waters, it gets up in there and it damages the transmission. It could also damage the engine too if you have too much water going through the oil filter in the engine. Also, other parts of the engine may be damaged if you go too often, too deep into waters. Whether it's a truck or a car or a 4x4, it doesn't matter. Anything that has an exhaust that's lower or has a transmission, of course, which is all cars and trucks, could have some sort of damage because of that. There are certain vehicles that are not really immune, but it's less likely for them to have damage to the transmission or the engine. But it's safe to say, don't go into those waters. Don't go into those deeper puddlings or deeper waters in the road or anywhere that you can't see the road because how much is covering it. Because you don't want to damage your vehicle. And you don't want to have a reason for a tow truck to come tow it away, of course. When it does get severe with the snow here in this area, here in Omaha, Nebraska, we have to be sure that we bundle up, of course. Some people don't bundle up because they think that they're tough. They think they can brave the weather. But depending on how much snow and also how cold it gets, if it gets into the 20s, you definitely want to bundle up. The colder it gets, the more layers you put on. And there should be times during this winter that we will have -degree Fahrenheit of negative below zero temperatures, and we have already had single-digit temperatures. I can't remember if it went below zero yet or not, but I think last week, no, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had a slight snowstorm come through here in Omaha where we had 6 inches of snow, and we had 5 inches of snow here at our house, but officially at Epley Airfield there was 6 inches here in Omaha. I'll try to keep you updated, like I said, on severe weather in Omaha, if there's any, which there's not going to be so far, at least in this time frame of within the next maybe 8 days. It's not going to be severe, but I will keep a look on all of the weather data. And I will also try to give you more information about what to do in different weather circumstances. In the winter, wherever it snows, it can even snow in Florida and Texas. You want to have prepared an emergency road emergency kit where you have a good blanket for at least 2 people, or 2 blankets that are large ones. You also want to have flashlights that are fully charged or have batteries in them that are fully charged in the flashlights, and maybe some type of either electronic or chemical or some sort of flare that is able to light up, whether it's a reusable electric one, or if you have some of those road flares have are kind of like glow sticks but last longer and are larger, or if you have the original road flares that light up because of fire, and you light it with the cap and it'll burn for a while. And also have maybe some kitty litter in there just for traction. If you get stuck in the snow and it's not too deep, but you still get stuck, if you put it in front of the tires, like if it's front wheel drive and you try and go forwards, of course, or backwards, put it in front of whichever way you're going to go. If you're going to go forwards, in front of the vehicle. If you're going to back up, put it in the back part of the wheels, whether it's front wheel drive or rear wheel drive, whichever wheels will be turning to get it going. Have it there where it will get underneath the tire and stick to the tire and give you traction. Also have a miniature shovel ready. They do have trench digging shovels like at Walmart or different hardware stores sometimes even have them, and even sporting goods stores have them, where it's a smaller shovel that's about like this. You just, of course, you can unscrew it and screw it, and it will expand or collapse or whatever you have for that kind of trench digging shovel. I have one that collapses with the shovel coming in and also the handle going in, and a bag for it that came with it where you can keep it organized. I also have one that will extend too, where it extends the handle and the shovel folds out. You can get all sorts of different shovels like that. Also some ice scrapers, some good ice scrapers with brushes on them to brush the snow off with a brush and scrape any type of, whether it's just a thin film of ice or a thicker film of ice, whether it's just frost or ice, depending on the circumstances. And also make sure that you have at least over half a tank, at least 3/4 of a tank or more. Always make sure you have over half a tank of gas. Because you never know if you're going to get stuck and you have to run the engine. If you have to run the engine, do it in 20 to 30 minute intervals, where you have it on for 20 to 30 minutes, you have it off for 20 to 30 minutes. Even if you have to just turn it on for 15 minutes to save gas, depending on how much you have. And make sure that your exhaust pipe is free and clear of any debris, whether it's snow or any type of debris, especially snow, because if you have too much in front of the exhaust pipe, then it'll filter back into the vehicle and you'll have carbon monoxide poisoning. Also, have your windows cracked a little bit, so just in case there is snow or debris there. And also have some de-icer, either a can of de-icer or a bottle, depending on which one you're able to get. Even some antifreeze will work, and some windshield wiper fluids in different areas have a certain type of de-icer antifreeze in it. Make sure it's 30 below or 35 below zero of temperature where it can last through. Again, I'll keep you updated with different weather phenomenon here in Omaha and any type of severe weather. I may also keep you updated with severe weather around the United States, if need be, like in the southern United States and the southeast United States. There was some snow in Florida. I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, that there was 2 feet of snow. That I've heard, at least. I heard there was 2 feet of snow in some places in Florida. It can snow in tropical, if I'm like, even the Sahara, it can snow. Even though that's one of the hottest places in the world, it can still snow there. Of course, it gets cold in the desert at nighttime, so because it's barren land, there's no shelter, there's no roots in the ground for the different full plants. There's no dirt there's mostly sand, and since there's nothing and no one living there, nothing to really heat it at night, and it's a desert, it's gonna get cool that night in any desert, even in Arizona, Nevada. It gets really cool that night in the desert. And I will, of course, keep you up back on saying that, sorry. But I'll talk to you later. Again, this is Brian the WeatherKat Irwin with your weather report for December 27th, 2018. Right now is 6:52 a.m. I'm ending transmission. Thank you.